Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome back, and today we got a lot of stories at our hands, and needless to say 2020 and 2021 is gonna be a year for remasters and reboots. And personally speaking, like knowing the Roni Rona, and yes, we got some news about the Roni Rona as well. It's canceling more stuff, and we got a ton of remasters, guys. Like Modern Warfare 3 remaster stuff is coming out. I want to talk about that in the beginning of the video. Then we're gonna dive into the PS5 Games Leak. A ton of remasters and reboots were mentioned in that. SOCOM reboot is one of them. A new Gran Turismo game is gonna be happening, and 2020 will be infested with remasters and reboots. And we also got some really good news regarding GTA 6 and just a ton of stuff to talk about, and I just want to get right into it. As always, I do everything about Call of Duty and gaming news. If a chat like you is into that, then subscribe. And our first story comes about the good old Modern Warfare 3 Remastered, and this one is coming from TheGamingRevolution. He legitimately posted a video yesterday, and needless to say, there are a ton of articles written upon it. Dexterdo, they were probably one of the first. They were like, hey, Call of Duty leaker claims Modern Warfare 3 Remaster won't have multiplayer. And I'm not necessarily shocked. And I have one of the Activision guy who actually hit me up in the DMs on April 6th, so I want to read that person's statement as well on the Modern Warfare 3 Remaster multiplayer. But this is what TheGamingRevolution said in his video. He says that I have no idea if they even started on Modern Warfare 3 Remastered multiplayer like they did with Modern Warfare 2 Remastered, or if they've only worked on the campaign. But likewise to Modern Warfare 2, it has been pretty much finished for quite some time. And here he's basically talking about the fact that Modern Warfare 2 Remastered campaign was done right. So Modern Warfare 2 Remastered multiplayer is gonna happen, but in terms of Modern Warfare 3 Remastered, he is saying that the campaign is done. And TBH though, it's not necessarily the question of, hey, are we gonna see Modern Warfare 3 Remastered? It's more of a question of when will we see it, right? Because the viewlets mentioned back in 2018 that Modern Warfare 2 and 3 Remastered campaign only will happen, and Sony and Activision, they have a contractual obligation and they needed to put both of these games out back in 2018, but due to people doing bad stuff in real life, which I definitely can't mention on the YouTube, just like the Roni Rona. And now that the Roni Rona situation happened, Activision, they're like, hey, let's put out Modern Warfare 2 Remastered campaign with no Russian, because they know that nobody's gonna go out there and do bad things. So Activision saw this as an opportunity, they released it, and TheGamingRevolution is saying that Modern Warfare 3 Remaster, at least the campaign part is done, but when is it gonna come out, we're not sure. And this is what one of my guys said, and I mean, I really want to see multiplayer. I want to see Spec Ops, because survival in Modern Warfare 3, I mean, needless to say, one of my favorite mode of all time. Survival, that was a gem. Smash the like button if you want to see survival. But this is what one of the guy who I know works at Activision told me in the DMs on April 6th, and said that both were intended to be campaign due to them concerned about the player base being split on the news title. Multiplayer is and has been in the works for a while now, and I haven't heard much about Spec Ops. Here he was talking about Modern Warfare 2 Remaster, okay? And then he says that Modern Warfare 3 Remaster has been in the works since March of 2017, just like Modern Warfare 2 Remaster was, both of which have been assigned to Beenox. Multiplayer was not planned to be released, but in mid-2019, they had decided to take that into consideration. So I'm pretty certain that Modern Warfare 2 Remaster multiplayer is gonna happen. But in terms of Modern Warfare 3 Remaster multiplayer, knowing the fact that Activision don't like leaving money on the table, it's a no-brainer, right? We're gonna see it happen. Maybe it's gonna take years, maybe it's gonna take months, because knowing Modern Warfare 2019 doing extremely well and making Activision that money, which they absolutely love, I'm pretty sure that they're not in a hurry, right? Like, they're definitely gonna sprinkle a remaster here and there, you know, throw a campaign out, and then maybe drop some multiplayer and then Spec Ops. So needless to say, it's gonna take some time. And this is what Marie-Eve Tremblay said. I think she's French. I mean, I speak French as well. I'm in Canada. Let me know where you stud muffins are at though. And she says that so proud of this game, of this team, so many little details went in there making sure to honor the masterpiece of the original. As for me, this is my 5th and last Call of Duty as a producer, because the next one will be as a designer, and she helped with Modern Warfare 2 Remastered campaign at Beenox. And it's kind of interesting because here she says, because the next one will be as a designer, so she will be working on a Call of Duty game. So is that Modern Warfare 3 Remastered? Is that Modern Warfare 2 Remastered multiplayer? Or is that the upcoming Call of Duty 2020 game? We're not sure, but she do be confirming that like she is working on the next Call of Duty project. So ultimately it's gonna take some time, but obviously 2020 and 2021 both of them are gonna be the remaster and reboots here. Also, Sony reportedly confident about PS5 launch games. I mean, like, are you being for real? Like, knowing the facial expressions they make, I mean, it's very likely that they're confident about it. But this report is coming from Bloomberg, obviously due to the Roni situation. Rona, make sure you guys are washing your hands and smash that like button. But these are the games that are in question, and obviously, don't let your dogs out. This is just a leak. This is just a rumor. But Silent Hill reboot is in question as well. And I definitely see Silent Hill coming on because Hideo Kojima, they were teasing it a little while ago. Horizon Zero Dawn 2, I mean, I can definitely see that happen. You know, it's not really out of the ordinary. Untitled Ratchet and Clank. And man, that do be bringing me back to the glory days, okay? And I remember no-lifing some Ratchet and Clank. And I would definitely love to see it. A new Gran Turismo game. I mean, the Gran Turismo devs said that they're gonna be targeting their upcoming Gran Turismo game at like 120 to 240 FPS, and if that happens, I mean, the PC Master Race guys who spend like about 2 to 3 grand will absolutely cry, and I don't blame the homies, okay? SOCOM reboot as well, and I definitely have some memories of SOCOM, so if that happens, I mean, I can see that happen because it can certainly be one of those PS5 exclusive game, and Demon Soul remake as well. So needless to say, it is all about remakes, it is all about remasters, it is all about reboots. And I personally don't necessarily mind remasters and reboots because it's like their way of securing the place. It's their way to make easy Benjis and stuff like that because they know that that stuff worked in the past. So why not remaster and reboot it one more time for the fans to enjoy? I'm not necessarily against remasters or reboots. I think it's perfectly fine as long as we also get new content. And knowing the fact that the Roni Rona is going around, I'm more than down to actually get some reboots and some content, okay? Even though it's a remaster, if that makes sense. We're also getting some GTA 6 stuff, and it's coming from Rockstar Games Insider Test Fun, and obviously I know that Test Fun is a credible leaker, he's a credible insider. He leaked and talked about a bunch of other stuff in the past, which definitely turned out to be true. According to him, he says that like GTA 6 is actually like 60 to 70% complete. In other words, GTA 6 is about to come out, baby. I mean, he says that in other words, it's not in the early stages of development. Of course, if it's at this stage in development, it's safe to assume a reveal may actually happen this year. In fact, I would be surprised if we don't hear about the game by 2021, assuming this report is true. And TBH though, knowing Rockstar Games and knowing the fact that GTA 5, GTA Online made Benjis and they saw money coming like a tsunami, it's pretty hard for me to believe that they weren't developing GTA 6 like years ago, right? Like we even had George Canseco, he had GTA 6 in his resume, mentions 2018. So if he ended up working with Rockstar Games back in 2018, obviously the game was being made before 2018. Needless to say, I think it was in the works for a while. But the fact that it got confirmed recently by Rockstar devs that, hey, this is going to be our next game, it's in early stages, I'm really happy and excited by the fact that at least it got confirmed and it's going to be Rockstar's next game. But do you want to believe Test Fun here, or do you want to believe the official words that do say that it's in early stages? I'm not sure about it. Like, needless to say, I'm a little bit sus about that statement. Like, I definitely think it was in the works for a very, very long time. But do you want to believe leaks or do you want to believe official wording? Definitely let me know your thoughts below. On the flip side though, we're getting some Crysis Remastered, and this was actually leaked and now confirmed to be coming out this summer. 2020 and 2021 do be looking like a remaster year. Again, I don't have any problem with. A lot of people are really hyped for Crysis, and personally, I never played Crysis, so whenever Crysis Remastered comes out, I will definitely stream it on the channel. I mean, F it, let's do it, you know what I mean? And they say that it's gonna be launching this summer, even on the Nintendo Switch, and Crytek has confirmed that the game will come to PC and all consoles. So needless to say, it's gonna be another remaster. And the reason I'm kind of pumped and excited about it is because of the Roni Rona causing major delays. And obviously I'm not hype about the fact that it's causing major delays, but I'm more so hype about the fact that we're at least getting something, right? Like something is better than nothing is what I'm trying to say. And also Cyberpunk 2077 Xbox bundle was revealed with the glow dark design. I feel like that like Amazon actually leaked it, like Amazon Canada. I live in Canada, so the good old Canadians, they leaked the Cyberpunk 2077. And I got to be real, this Cyberpunk Xbox design do be looking pretty good though, and I hope that they don't do us Sony ponies this wrong. Like I would love to see a Cyberpunk PlayStation design, but even if that happens, am I gonna go out there buy another PlayStation for the sake of buying it? Absolutely not. I ain't got no money like that, but I know that there are people out there who are printing Benjis on a daily basis, so for them it might be like, you know what, I'm just gonna go out there get another PlayStation. So for them it kind of makes sense. Also, on the other hand, San Diego Comic-Con was actually cancelled because of the Rona. Smash the like button if you're washing your hands. I mean, wash your hands, everybody. But San Diego Comic-Con will return to San Diego Convention Center from July 22nd to 25th, but in 2021. So needless to say, another event getting cancelled. Also in the news, and this is something that I'm kind of shocked to see, okay? Because you gotta understand, like $100,000, that's paper, okay? Like, you definitely would need to have a Benjamin printing machine in order to print that much money, right? But needless to say, I'm a little bit shocked about it, and more so shocked about the fact that Valorant just came out. It is still in closed beta. Maybe they opened the gates, I'm not totally sure. The game has been infested with cheaters, and you gotta keep in mind that it's only closed beta at this point, right? And you know what? Riot Games is like, oh, we're gonna offer up to $100,000 to help them stop Valorant cheaters. And I got to be real, these PC master race are finding ways to get the shots of dopamine out here. I mean, they be hacking, they ain't got no chill. And Riot Games, they're like, hey, we're just gonna offer you $100,000 to anyone who can provide high quality reports that demonstrate practical exploits leveraging the Vanguard kernel driver. Do I know what's the kernel driver? I don't know, man. I'm not a PC master race guy. But if any of you know what this kernel driver is, yo, definitely hit up Riot Games. Like, if you can figure this one out, you can easily take 100 grand home. I mean, this is paper, guys. Like, knowing the Rona right now, 100K, like, if you put that in stock market, boom, like, easy shots of dopamine. You can make easy paper and stuff like that. 100K, these are Benjamins. And I mean, damn, right? Offering of $100,000 is absurdly large, at least by the standards of other game devs. Kotaku reports that Nintendo, for example, offered up to a maximum of $20,000 for finding flaws with the 3DS and Switch consoles. And Rockstar Games, right? The good old Rockstar Games, who definitely got no problems of making money, offered up to $10,000 for tip-offs on GTA and Red Dead Redemption's 2 anti-cheat. So knowing the fact that Rockstar Games were offering $10,000, and Riot is like, nah, man, we're gonna come out, we're gonna offer. It do be looking like a schlong measuring contest, but in this day and age, man, Warzone, literally every online game on PC is infested with cheaters, and I think it's gonna be like that because the young PC master race is getting advanced out there. But let me know what your stud moment mindset in the comments below. Like and subscribe. I'm gonna keep all of you stud in the loops, and as always, I appreciate you massively for coming on to the video, and I will see you in the next one.